What if the person you belittled turned out to be the one with the power to change everything? At Quantum Innovations, a top-tier tech firm, arrogance thrived in the upper ranks while the unsung workers were overlooked. Little did they know, someone among them was about to turn their world upside down. Grab a coffee and settle in for a story of humility, karma, and second chances. Quantum Innovations was the kind of place where deals were made on conference calls and celebrations happened in sleek, glass-walled boardrooms. On the surface, it seemed flawless, but behind the scenes, it was a different story. That's what Sophia Lin, the new temp in HR, was there to uncover. She wore simple business attire, her hair tied back neatly, blending into the crowd. Most people assumed she was just another intern learning the ropes. But Sophia wasn't who they thought she was. She was the co-founder and majority shareholder of the company. Years earlier, Sophia had stepped back from her role as CEO, handing it over to her close friend and co-founder Ryan Steele, while she pursued personal projects. She trusted him to uphold their shared vision of innovation and respect. But after hearing murmurs of toxicity and corruption within the company, Sophia decided to return undercover to see the truth for herself. Within days, Sophia noticed the glaring issues. Employees at the lower levels were treated like cogs in a machine. The management team, especially Ryan, had become distant and domineering. Ryan, tall and polished with an air of entitlement, dismissed people with a wave of his hand. He saw himself as untouchable. During her second week, Sophia had her first encounter with him. She accidentally spilled a stack of documents near his office. "Careful, intern," he said with a smirk, not bothering to help. "This place doesn't tolerate clumsiness." Sophia smiled politely and apologized, but inside she was furious. This wasn't the Ryan she remembered, someone passionate about empowering his team. Instead, he had become a caricature of corporate greed. She decided then and there that she needed to see the full extent of the damage. Over the following weeks, Sophia observed quietly. She noticed that Ryan constantly belittled his staff, especially those who disagreed with him. Sarah, a marketing manager, confided in Sophia that Ryan had overruled her innovative campaign idea in favor of a dull, safe approach. "He doesn't want us to think," Sarah said. "He wants us to obey." Sophia also discovered that Paul, the CFO, was skimming profits under the guise of operational expenses. When Sophia casually mentioned budget discrepancies during a lunch break, Paul laughed. "Stick to HR, kid. Leave the numbers to the big boys." The condescension was overwhelming. But the final straw came when Ryan made a show of firing a junior developer, Ethan, during a team meeting. Ethan had simply asked for a deadline extension to perfect a project. "We don't have time for slackers," Ryan barked, sending Ethan out of the room in tears. The entire team sat in stunned silence, afraid to speak up. Sophia clenched her fists under the table. This wasn't leadership, it was tyranny. One evening, Sophia called her attorney and longtime confidant, Rachel. "It's worse than I thought," she admitted. "Ryan's leadership is tearing this company apart. It's time to take action." Rachel agreed and helped Sophia prepare for her return. Not as an intern, but as the rightful leader of Quantum Innovations. The next morning, Sophia walked into the office with a commanding presence. Gone were the simple outfits. She wore a tailored suit, her demeanor calm but authoritative. Ryan noticed her immediately as she entered the boardroom for an impromptu meeting. "Who invited the intern to this meeting?" he asked, chuckling. Sophia walked to the head of the table and placed her hands on it, locking eyes with Ryan. "I'm not an intern," she said, her voice steady. "I'm Sophia Lin, co-founder and majority shareholder of Quantum Innovations, and I'm here to address the failures of this company's leadership." The room fell silent. Ryan's confident smirk disappeared. "This has to be a joke," he muttered. But the board members were already looking at Sophia with a mix of awe and fear. She didn't waste time. She laid out her findings: the toxic culture, the financial misconduct, and the blatant disregard for employee well-being. "Ryan," Sophia continued, You were entrusted to lead this company with integrity and vision. Instead, you've created an environment of fear and mediocrity. Effective immediately, you are relieved of your duties. Legal action regarding financial mismanagement will follow. Security guards appeared to escort him out. He didn't even resist, too stunned to argue. Several other executives, including Paul, were also terminated on the spot. Sophia addressed the remaining team members. For those of you who have upheld our values, your contributions are recognized and appreciated. For everyone else, know that Quantum will no longer tolerate anything less than excellence and respect. Sophia reinstated a culture of transparency and collaboration. She held an all-hands meeting to reassure the employees, promising a brighter future under her leadership. Over time, the company regained its footing and morale soared. Karma had done its job, and justice was served. Sophia reclaimed her rightful place, and Quantum Innovations thrived once again. As for those who underestimated her, they were left to reflect on their mistakes. Sometimes, the quietest person in the room is the one you should fear the most. Thank you for listening to this story of resilience and redemption. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring tales. Have a great day.